So on to the pre-final of Junior Restricted, a great lineup with 16 karts on track. Again, sponsored by ID New Zealand. So it's the 6 of Dylan Drysdale taking control on the opening lap from the 22 of James Webb. So the Junior Restricted class running the KT 100 piston ports, 2 head gaskets and a can-type muffler to restrict horsepower, as opposed to the previous class we've just seen with Junior Yamaha, which run unrestricted and a tuned pipe. Junior Yamaha will run out at about 17 horsepower, and in restricted trim, these KT 100s will put out approximately 10 horsepower. Air-cooled, so tuning is very, very critical. Every so often you'll see the drivers just reaching down to the top of the motor on top of the carburetor. There's 2 tuning jets, a high speed and a low speed. You don't want to get these engines too hot, you run the risk of seizure. So this is James Webb, kart number 22 from Kartsport Manawatu, Daytona Indoor Raceway number 22. So the story of the weekend so far for the ID New Zealand Junior Restricted class from qualifying in the first 3 heats is that Webb top qualified from Drysdale, with Campbell Joyce qualifying in the 3rd position. Drysdale won the first heat from Webb, with Joyce in 3rd. New track record for Webb in the 2nd heat at a 38.086. It's the 32 of Campbell Joyce. He's ahead of kart number 48, Jordan Lum. So the Joyce brothers from the Hamilton Kart Club, sponsored by Ace Concrete Cutting, up there in the north. In heat number 2, it was Webb, Drysdale, Joyce. And in heat number 3, Drysdale took the victory from Webb with Joyce in 3rd. A new track record for Drysdale at a 37.966. Here's Webb up the inside of Drysdale. Back into the lead goes the 22. So like Junior Yamaha, a 14-lap pre-final. Building up to the longest race of the weekend, the final for the ID New Zealand Junior Restricted class. Back there in 3rd looks to be the 37 of Thomas Ingram, battling there with the 69 of Jacob Cranston. But it just looks like James Webb from Kartsport Manawatu just taking control out in front, but Drysdale's still right there with him. As they work their way up the hill at this fabulous CRC raceway, just north of Wellington. Quick look over his head there for Dylan Drysdale just to get that gap back to 3rd. The likes of Thomas Ingram, Jacob Cranston and Trey Nairn battling over that position. 27 of Jacob Smith's in there as well. Smith from Kartsport Auckland and the Panasonic New Zealand chicane number 27. 96 just in behind there is Thomas Joyce. Joyce making the pass up the hill. 77, Matthew Pajutsky just in behind them from Kartsport Taranaki. And Hookers Pacific Moving and Storage, number 77. Pajutsky name, long time, very well-known speedway name out of the Taranaki, of course. Kart 60 just flashing through there as well. That was Cameron Smith. So mid-pack battles, 32's in there. Campbell Joyce, 10 is Trey Nairn, just outside the top 5. 48, Jordan Lum. Battling there with the 32 of Campbell Joyce. He's having to fight his way back through the field. Most of these young drivers in between the sort of 10 to 14 years of age. It's 37 with a big pass. Thomas Ingram around the outside and to the inside of the 48 of Jordan Lum. Lum's going to try and cross him back over, and it's the 32 of Campbell Joyce getting the run down the inside of Lum for position. So a big battle group here behind the leaders. Headed by the 96 of Thomas Joyce. There's Jacob Smith trying to get a run. Just in behind them, Joyce making contact. I think they're with the 48 of Jordan Lum. And unfortunately, for Campbell Joyce, his race looks to be over in the pre-final. Let's have a look at the replay. Lum down the inside made contact with the right rear of the 32 machine. And usually with an impact on that side of the card, it may have broken a chain or dislodged the chain off the sprocket carrier. And Campbell Joyce's race is over. So the last lap order's out. James Webb trying to hold off Dylan Drysdale. It's pretty much been this close right through the pre-final. James Webb with the fastest lap of the race, and he did it pretty early on lap 3 at a 37.893. And that was a new track record as Drysdale trying to get down the inside. Can't get the run up the hill to the checkered flag, but it was close in the end. James Webb will take the win in the pre-final of the ID New Zealand Junior Restricted class. So it's Webb from Dylan Drysdale. They'll start first and second off the grid for the final. Thomas Ingram in third ahead of Jacob Cranston, Trey Nairn and Thomas Joyce.
James, well done. That was one hell of a race.
Yeah, it was really tough with Dylan behind me the whole way, yeah.
Tell us about the first part of the race.
Well, I was starting off second, so that was quite tough going through the first corner. Got bumped down to third and then got back up to second and just followed Dylan for a bit and then made my move and made it stick.
Dylan, that was an impressive race and pretty impressive towards the end of it too.
Yeah, it got harder and harder as it went and just had a bad luck. Just tried and didn't really work out.